Hi, Season 2 Leadership. I apologize for the delay. I was being honored today as Business Champion of the Month with the Princeton Regional Chamber. It was a fantastic event and a great speaker, the new chairman or CEO of PSE&G. So today we're going to continue talking about leadership in hiring, creating that team for yourself that's going to be part of the vision that you have for your organization. And today when the PSE&G gentleman, Dave Daly, shared with us how important it is to have, to think of people first. And this is going to be our theme for this leadership season, which is people first, your team, not only your customer, but most importantly, giving your team the importance, the empowerment, the tools for them to be successful, not only in their business life, but in their personal lives. So one of the things that I found very interesting today as I researched and got ready for today's topic, which is hiring and what is your strategy on staffing and creating that team, over and over it came up: employer branding. Not company branding, but employer branding. And I thought, wow, what is that all about? And here's some of the things that I found. And employer branding is, what is the reputation that you as the owner, you as the leader of the organization, you as the manager of your department, you as the leader of H&R, what is the reputation that you are having? What is the style of you running your company? So here are three areas that people are looking at. They're looking at compensation, corporate culture, and diversified workplace. It's interesting because diversity and inclusion has become an extremely important topic. It is becoming an essential piece. We are in 2017, people, and it is important that your team is as diversified as possible. Now, I don't think, even though my staff is all Hispanic, they're from different parts of Latin America, I still feel that it's not diversified enough, and I'm working on that myself. So the employer branding is, how do you pay? What's the culture of the organization? Is it diversified enough? Interestingly enough, when people are looking into your company to work with you, those are three areas that people are looking at. Okay, so this is a crucial piece for the leader. So create a brand. How the leader needs to be able to attract, it has an attracting, engaging, and retaining talent. So how do you do that? How much are you investing in your employer brand? What differentiates your organization from another organization? For example, my insurance agency, why would someone want to work, by the way, I am looking for employees, why would someone want to work with Esther Inc. instead of another agency that's down the block? What am I offering that's different? Although this is not a time to talk about that, I offer great opportunity of growth to my employees. So one of the things I saw was that when you are interviewing, you know that mission statement we write when we're making plans for our business, that you should discuss. And I was thinking about myself and wondering, do I really say the mission statement of our organization? And I don't. I dabbled around it. I may refer to it, but I don't really engage that new hiree. Are they looking, do they understand what the mission of our organization is? So mission and core values should be part of your processes when you're recruiting, to make sure that that person fits that whole emphasis that you're trying to do in your organization. Now here's very interesting. He says, and some of the research I found, it says that in order to find the best candidate that fits your organization, they need to know what are the core values. What is your mission of your organization? So making this part of your program is essential. So employees, another great way is getting referrals from your own employees. Employees that are stable, employees that have embraced your culture of your organization can get you someone that is a better performance, longer tenure, and better culture fit. So I thought about that, about how some of my employees have referred for other employees in the organization, and it's correct. When we interview, not only my office manager interviews first, but also the staff interviews on the second round, so that they can ask questions and they can see if that person is the right fit for our organization. And of course, as the business owner, I make the final decision. But I do listen to my staff, because they're going to be working with these people side by side. So using that as a way of recruiting, you may want to consider that, especially if you have stable, reliable employees right now. They also say that you save some money this way, instead of using the traditional ways, which are job boards and staffing agencies, are the normal way of recruiting and getting that perfect member to fit your organization. So what are some of the automation systems that are driven in today? And so in the era of technology, algorithms and analytics is our new norm. So it saves you time and effort, brings better fitting candidates. You can find the skills, leadership qualities, and also using personality assessment. I'm hoping to have a guest here who's going to talk about personality assessment, as their company specializes in that. So hopefully in December I'll be able to get him. But you know what I found very interesting? Guess what's one of the things that a lot of companies are doing, even insurance companies are doing? They're using social media to see who is that candidate for real. And I thought about these young adults, right, who are now 13, 14, teenagers and want to start working at 16 or get an internship by 18 years old. And I'm wondering, the snapshots, right, and all these things that they're posting and all these activities, how it can hurt them in the future, because everything you post in social media will stay there. So LinkedIn being number one. And I was speaking to a gentleman a long time ago, and I said, do you have a profile on LinkedIn? And he said, no, I'm an employee of a big company. Why would I need to do that? I'm like, what? Even within the organization, when they're looking for talent, if you have an effective profile in LinkedIn, and I hope to have a guest who specializes in that, an effective profile of your abilities, of your strengths, of what you do outside the organization, it might get you up the ladder a little bit faster because you have been marketing yourself. You professional people that have jobs or careers in big organizations need to have your LinkedIn page looked at, reviewed, and pumped up, so that your organization can look at you and say, wow, we have talent inside that I didn't know about. So careful what you post on Facebook. And let me tell you, gentlemen, careful what you hit like. Everybody can see what you hit like on. And so those new companies that you might want to work for, careful. So job boards use database. Recruiters are required to use logic and analytics. HR professionals need the ability to understand algorithm results and interpret them into human-friendly versions. No matter how much technology, we still need human beings to make the final assessment. So last week we had my wonderful friend Jeanette Iglesias, who talked about emotional intelligence and being self-aware and being socially aware. And when it comes to this part of hiring, this is a key element. And if you don't feel you're strong on your emotional intelligence, get a coach. It might give you that insight on how to read people a little bit better, how to assess them, not only on algorithms and data, but just chatting, having a human conversation and really getting to know them. So the human role is that it's able to connect, communicate, and engage the candidates in a more personal level, maybe going out to dinner. There's a show I watch on TV, and he flips houses, and he says that when he reaches out to a customer, he goes on a date with them. And what he means is he goes out for dinner or for lunch and has just a chat to make sure that that's the customer that fits him. And, you know, over here, as I'm doing my research, one of the things that the suggestions are is treat that candidate as a target customer. Is that candidate a great fit for your organization? Are they able to jump in with 2 feet to however your style may be? In my office, we're more innovative and growth and always looking how to improve. Imagine having someone that says, you guys change too much. I can't. You know, it's always evolving. It's not good for me. I just want to be a place where I just do my job and it's predictable and it's done. Well, I'm not it. I'm not it. My insurance agency, we're looking for not only better technology, but how to service that client. So we talk about how do we do it better? What systems can we put into place? What processes can we put in practice so that we become more efficient for my customer? So my office, it's an evolving, constantly evolving and improving. So there was a study done, a research done with LinkedIn, and it says that diversity hiring will continue to be a major focus worldwide. LinkedIn reports that 37% of HR leaders share the ideas of hiring for more diversity and will shape the recruiting industry in the next few years. And Telos in 2017 annual recruiting trend report revealed that 67.4 talent acquisition pros are supporting workplace diversity. Now, you may say, yeah, that sounds nice, it's kind of a tactic, but the reality is, my friends, it is 2017. The United States is known as a melting pot. Diversity has always existed. I don't know what's the big deal now. So if your company is not diversified or doesn't deal with the diversity of customers, then I don't know where you live. But here in the United States, everywhere. I'm here in Princeton, and I was just talking to the people at the chambers, how diverse Princeton is. From every walk of life, from every single race. You meet people all the time from different walks of life, and I love it. I love it because I get to grow, I get to learn, I get to get engaged. I learn different things. And today the PNCG gentleman talked about the fact that they are aggressively looking for talent in diversity because they found that when they have an issue and they put in a group of diverse backgrounds, they come out with some great ideas that have helped PSC&G grow and still are growing. So think about that when you are hiring, and don't be limited on just one group of people. Think about the growth and how you're going to birth your company into another level, and how important it is for our communities. So, as part of the companies and HR leaders, more efforts and investments into diversity, centric strategic plans, skills, and cross-culture awareness. So there is a lesson that needs to be part of that, right? You cannot just hire and not be sensitive to the differences and acknowledge the differences and work with it. It's fantastic. Don't be intimidated. It's a phenomenal idea. So companies benefit outstanding revenue of high productivity, diverse workforce. The talent has become more severe. So how do you look for talent? And one of the other things that it says, be careful always looking for top talent for every position in your company. There are some roles that don't need top talent. There are people that are just effective in those repetitive roles. So when you're thinking of top, you think about your sales department, your operations department, your IT department, your engineer. But then there's other roles that you can give opportunities to someone that might not have all the level of education and expertise, but is willing to learn. You can grow that person, teach that person from the bottom up, and be part of that person's future success. So think about that when you're hiring. Besides, it's not cost effective to only think of top talent all the time. So when recruiting, think of a marketer's mindset. Think of that customer that is ideal for you. And when you're thinking and interviewing that future candidate, think of them as, do they fit the organization? So we talked about emotional intelligence. We talked about the importance of using technology. We said be aware of what you hit like on Facebook and what you type in LinkedIn and what you tweet, because this will be part of the hiring of different organizations. It is the new era. Next week we'll talk about how to become that organization that people are looking for to work with. So my name is Esther Tanez, here with the Journey of an Entrepreneur. This is being sponsored by Esther Inc. Insurance Agency, your local independent agent. I hope that you liked. If you like, hit like. If share, we would appreciate that. Follow us on YouTube. See you next week at 1:30. And again, I apologize for the delay today. Have a fantastic day.